I'm Raven, back's the baby. Whoosh.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping.
'Tis some visitor tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more.
Distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember brought its ghost upon the floor.
Hiss, fire, crackle, crackle, fire, hiss, hiss, fire, crackle. Hiss, fire, crackle, fire, hiss, hiss.
Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had tried to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow for the loss of Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain
Whoosh, whoosh!
filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating.
There's some visitor entreating entrance at my door. Some late visitor entreating entrance at my door. That's it and nothing more.
Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer.
Sir or madam, your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, then you came rapping. So faintly you came tapping at my chamber door. So scarcely I heard you.
Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the darkness gave no token. The only word there spoken was the whispered word, Lenore! This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word,
Lenore.
merely this and nothing more. Then into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning, soon I heard again a tapping, somewhat louder than before.
Surely there's something at my window lattice. Let me see then what they're at in this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind and nothing more.
Open here I flung the shutter, when with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven, of the saintly days of yore. Not the less loose obscene, made he, not an instant stopped or stayed he, but with mien of lord and lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore.
Though thy crest be shorn or shaven, thou art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering the night's shore. What is thy lordly name on the night's Plutonian shore?
Quoth the raven, nevermore. Much I marveled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though it answered little meaning, little relevancy bore. We cannot help agreeing that no sublunary being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculpted bust above his chamber door, with such a name as
Nevermore.
But the raven, sitting lonely on the placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered.
Other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, just as my hopes have flown before.
Quoth the raven, nevermore. Wandering after stillness, broken by reply so aptly spoken.
Doubtless, what he utters is only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master, whom a merciful disaster followed fast and followed faster. Then he would adjure. Stern despair returned, however. Instead of sweet hope, he dared adjure that sad answer.
Nevermore. But the raven still beguiling all my sad soul into smiling, straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of the bird, and bust, and door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking, fancy onto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking. nevermore.
This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing, to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my
Bosom.
core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining, on the cushion's velvet lining, that the lamplight glowed o'er, but whose velvet violet lining with the lamplight glowed o'er, she shall press, nevermore. Then, methought, the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by angels whose faint footfalls tinkled on the tough floor.
Wretch, thy God hath lent thee, from the angels he hath sent thee, respite, and even thee, thy memories of Lenore. Let me quaff this kind even thee, and forget thy lost Lenore. Prophet, thing of evil, still prophet, if bird or devil, whether 10% or tempest lost, thee here ashore. Desolate, yet all undaunted, on this desert enchanted, on this house by haunted, tell me, truly I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore.
Quoth
Nevermore.
Prophet, thing of evil, still prophet, if bird or devil, by the heaven that bends above us, by the God we both adore, tell the soul with sadness, laden if, within distant I den, it shall clasp a maiden, whom the angels name Lenore, clasp a rare and radiant maiden, who the angels name Lenore.
Quoth the raven.
Nevermore.
Be that word our sign of parting, get thee back into the tempest of the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of that lie that thy soul hath spoken. Leave thy loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take that beak from my heart, and take thy form from my door.
And the raven, never flitting, still sitting, on the pallid bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'er him streaming, there is his shadow on the floor. And my soul from out the shadows that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted, nevermore.
Tigger! Oh my god, Tigger.
Guys, I'm recording.
Doubtless. What he utters is only stock in store.
You stepped on the bug.
Unhappy master. Boom.
So dramatic.
Unmerciful disaster. Falling fast. And falling faster. So in hope he would adore. Stern despair returned instead of sweet hope.
You have to put this as like the...
He dared adore. That sad answer.
No, Reese learning his lines.
Oh.
Alright, that's it.
Choreography.
That's all I'm doing.
That choreography.
Quoth the raven.
Oh my god, I almost said nonetheless.
How could you
Never
mess it up?
was right.
Alright, ready? Just pause and do it again. Ready?
Wait, I'm not ready.
That's going in the deleted scenes.
No, it's not. That's
Yes,
not
it is.
Alright, ready?
Is it still going?
Yes.
Oh, this I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing, to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my... I can't do it.
Learn to say bosom.
Mary, all I see is your feet, and it's so funny.
Try it. You say bosoms.
Bosom.
We're finally done recording.
Yay! It's a party. No, I don't care.
Woo, oh yeah. You look so good, Sam.
I'm just so attractive.
Tran.
Oh my god. Fran?
Ooh.
Tomorrow I'm putting my hair in a bun and saying, Happy day. Happy day.
I hate Edgar Allan Poe. Who agrees?
Why? I don't understand a word he writes.
I will never memorize another thing.
Nevermore. Nonetheless.
Forever.
Remove.
I hath never remember words written by Edgar Allan Poe
Ever again.
nevermore.
Nonetheless.
Nonetheless, yes.
Do you even remember
Remove.
more of those?
You had one stinking line.
I had like 1100.
What? I can't remember anything, so...
Oh, you can. I'm so upset how hard this was. Now I'm gonna
Wait, are
spend.
you overstating me?
Now I'm gonna spend all night tonight and tomorrow editing.
Go, Reese.
Ooh,
Go, Reese. Go.
that's
go.
his cast.
Go, Reese.
It's a mystery how he broke his arm, but
Turn right.
Eskimo ball.